Hi Virgo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for March. I hope everybody's well. I do want to take a quick second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Virgo out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Bear in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Virgo, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Virgo? Virgo. Virgo. All right, Virgo, you're starting out with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. You have the Moon in reverse, and you have the Three of Cups reversed. So you're going through some sort of a karmic cycle or a karmic lesson. I do see that you're recovering from a sense of betrayal or a very painful ending. With the Moon here in reverse, you've had some realizations. And I do feel like whatever you're finding out is helping you to kind of recover from this, but you're still not happy about it. There is a little bit of isolative energy where you're kind of staying in or staying to yourself. You're not really going out with friends or family or even dating. But I do feel like you're kind of rounding the corner here, and it's because you've had an epiphany, you've realized something, and that's helping you to heal. So let's see who's in your energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Tower in reverse, the Star card, sign of Aquarius, sign of Scorpio is here, and Gemini. We have the Two of Cups in the reverse. So I see the ending between you and this person, but I also feel like this person is wanting to recover the situation. They're either recovering on their own as you are, or they want to recover the situation. I do feel like this was a tower moment for this person. Everything kind of collapsed, and it was because it was not built on a solid foundation. And there was something sudden in this that happened, and I feel like this person feels like, you know, the rug was kind of ripped out from under their feet at that point. But they are kind of hoping to dip their foot back into the emotional waters again. I do feel like this person is thinking of you, and I feel like they do feel that you are a soulmate. Let me see the energy between Virgo and this person. The King of Wands. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius, but this is a card of action, and I don't feel like it's on your side. It could be, but I feel like it is on this person's side. There was a lot of passion in this connection. Yeah, so let me see what's affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this. Six of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, you're trying to release this and move forward. Yeah, I feel like you may even have some bad memories with regard to this person. Whatever it is that you think about with regard to them, I feel like it's not as pleasant as it was for them. And I feel like it's almost like your eyes are opened about something. And this is what is enabling you to kind of say, no, I need to let this go and I need to move forward, even though you're not happy about it. Let me see the outcome at the end of the week for Virgo. The Strength card. Yeah, you're overcoming things. You're working on yourself. You're overcoming some things that were kind of holding you back. This person in your energy, though, they have some strong feelings for you. You could be dealing with a Leo. So very strong Leo energy. All right, bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. This is underlying energy. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. But with the Queen of Cups, this tells me that there are feelings that are here that, you know, may have been submerged for quite some time and maybe kind of bubbling up to the surface. So I did feel like you were kind of focusing on love right now. Let me see, we're going to clarify your energy. Spirit, why is the Ten of Swords in reverse for Virgo? Ace of Wands and the Eight of Cups reversed. Yeah, you may be wanting to revisit this situation. Yeah, I definitely see that. Eight of Cups in the reverse is somebody who's walked away that's returning. So if you walked away from the connection, Virgo, you may be wanting to return, or it could be this person's returning. And why? Well, for a passionate new beginning. Interesting. I thought you would be just releasing them. It could be with this Six of Cups. You're not releasing them. You're releasing things from the past. So, and that would have to do with, you know, that energy of overcoming and that energy of strong feelings. Let me see why the moon is in reverse. Yeah, instead of releasing them, you might be releasing whatever has happened between the two of you. Because this shows me that you are entertaining a revisitation of this situation. Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, so what ended this conversation could have been an argument, or it could have been somebody who spoke a truth, but the truth was spoken rather harshly. So I do see you having a realization, something being revealed that ended this connection. And I do feel like you did try to release this person and let them go. But I'm not so sure that's what you're doing now. Let me see why the Three of Cups is in reverse. Oh, you still love them. Okay, so twice we have the Queen of Cups, but we also have the Six of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So you're not happy with the situation. I feel like you have been isolating a little bit. You have been thinking about this person because you do have these feelings and these emotions. Your feelings and emotions of love are what's underlying this situation here. And I feel like at some point you may reach out to this person, or you're hoping that they will. You are recognizing, however, that there's an imbalance in the situation between you and them. There's it could be that this person was breadcrumbing you, or there was some other kind of imbalance, but I do see you do have deep, deep feelings, and I feel like you tried to let them go. You tried to submerge those feelings, and now those feelings are bubbling up again. Let me see their energy. Show me the energy. There is somebody new in your energy that wants to come in, but they feel like you're not giving them a fair shake, that you're not open to them. Show me this person's energy. All right, Two of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this person has made the decision not to move forward. They want to rebuild this, so they haven't moved forward. They haven't moved on from you. There's passion here between the two of you. I don't feel like either of you have fully moved on. Let me see. Show me the Star. Why is the Star card here? They're hopeful. Ten of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Yeah, they want to reach out. You both do. You both want to reach out. They may want to give you an apology for something that's occurred here. Possibly their part in some sort of an argument. They want to let bygones be bygones. So for them, it's very clear to see what the Six of Cups reversed is. But for you, you know, I could have sworn you were going to like release this person and move on. And I think maybe that was your thought. But at this point, it looks like you're revisiting the situation and you want a new beginning. So you might be willing to let bygones be bygones. And if so, that's going to bring back the passion in this relationship. I will say this person seems to have a strong support system, some sort of community, either close friends, maybe family, or some sort of community. And that gives them a lot of strength. It gives them a lot of hope here. And I feel like they're being guided by someone in that community. Maybe they're seeking help in the community, but somebody is giving them guidance that they need to make amends. Let me see why the Two of Cups is in reverse. Show me the Two of Cups. There it is, Knight of Cups. And the Two of Cups in the upright. Yeah, this person wants to make amends. They feel strongly about you, Virgo, and they want to come in with this cup of love. So it wouldn't really matter which of you reaches out. It could literally be either of you. I think it will be them. But if they do, I feel like you'll be receptive. However, I also feel like they're wanting to reach out in order to bring this back together because they feel that you're a soulmate. I do feel like they're being counseled to make amends in this situation, though. Let me look at the energy between the two of you. Why is this King of Wands here? Strong Gemini energy is here. All right, Page of Wands reversed, Ace of Swords. Yeah, I really feel it's going to be them reaching out. But when they do, I feel like you're going to be receptive. You're revisiting this. You're willing to let bygones be bygones and have a new beginning. I feel like you haven't been talking to them, but you're hoping that they will come towards you, that they will take action. This person could be a little bit younger, or they could be a little bit of immaturity perhaps. But I will tell you that they're reaching out. They've already made this decision. They have not moved on from you. They've made the decision to reach out to you, to communicate. They want to bring clarity to the situation. And I feel like they will be taking the steps to do so. Let's see why this Six of Cups is here. The Devil, Four of Wands, reverse. So this connection ended because of something toxic. Yeah, I see it. This was a long-term connection, possibly even a marriage. Nine of Wands and the Seven of Cups reversed. So, yeah, there was something toxic here. There was somebody was behaving immaturely, maybe you know, in a more passionate manner, in some form that wasn't appropriate. Sometimes the King of Wands can be a little bit of a player, but what I'm seeing is it ended this connection. There was something toxic that ended it. The truth came out, it may have created an argument, and you had some realizations. So that's what ended this connection. If you walked away, I feel like you're coming back towards them. And if it was them, I feel that if they walked away, you're hoping they come back. Now, you don't trust this person. I will tell you that. There's a sense here of distrust because of this previous toxic behavior, because of the way things ended. So I do feel like you're struggling a little bit with that. But are you willing to work things out? I think you are. But the past is definitely affecting both of you. And I feel like you are realizing you're going to have to let the past go. You're going to have to let all that toxic energy go, the way things ended, you know, any feelings of betrayal. You're going to have to let all of it go. And I think that's going to be hard for you, but you're realizing that that's the only way to overcome the problems. Now, in their energy, they have gotten crystal clear that you are the person that they want to be with, and they are hoping. I do feel like they, like I said, received some counseling of some sort from somebody, like, you know, close friends or family, and it's given them the clarity. Now they want to come in and they want to make amends and provide clarity. I see it in two places. They want to communicate and they want to bring clarity to the situation. So let's look at the Strength card. Let's look at your outcome. I feel like this person had a lot of growing up to do while the two of you were apart. But you're not quite sure you trust that they've done that. Okay, so the Magician in the reverse, Gemini, Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so in your outcome, I do feel like there's still a sense of isolation. There's still this sense of, you know, rejection, abandonment. And I feel like you're both struggling because they will be reaching out, but I also feel like it's going to take a little bit of time. Reason why is because they don't feel like you're open to it. See, this person still loves you and you still love them. You want to talk to them, but they feel like you're not open. They feel like, you know, if they come and try to work things out with you, that you're just gonna cut them. I don't know if there were sharp words that were said when everything came out. It looks like it, but I feel like they feel that your boundaries are up. You don't want to talk to them, or they don't know if you do. And they're afraid that the two of you just are not going to be able to get on the same page. Now, are they going to eventually reach out? I think so. I think they are. And I think you're manifesting this, but it hasn't come through yet. So by the end of the week, I don't see this resolving. I feel like you're both you're manifesting over here. They're trying to work up the courage to come towards you. I do think that they will, but honestly, it's not their feelings and emotions that's keeping them from doing so. It's that they feel you're not open to it, that you're just gonna, be harsh with them. And I don't think you are at all. I really don't. So, yeah. So what you're manifesting isn't coming through by the end of the week, but I do feel like it eventually will. And if you do feel a need to like send them a text or, kind of reach out to them in a very subtle way, I think that may help. It's just not going to budge immediately because this person's going to have to work up their nerve to actually reach out to you. Bottom of the deck is the Hierophant in the reverse. That's underlying energy, and I do feel that this person and you went through a very difficult breakup. You both want to work it out. You both have feelings that you've been submerging, and those feelings are definitely bubbling up. So it seems to me like it's a matter of time. Let's pull an oracle card and see if there's further guidance. Pulling for Virgo. All right, so you have water magic. And water in the tarot is generally about feelings and emotions. So give me just a second and I'm going to pull that up for you. All right, it says water is a powerful force. It can wear down a mountain or create a lake. It brings life to the fields, but can also be violent and impossible to control. Not an element to be taken for granted, as you will know if you've ever been thirsty or lived through either a drought or a flood. Most of the time, though, water is our friend, and we can use its power to help us change and transition through various stages of our lives. Water is fluid and flexible and reminds us that we can be that way too. This card is telling you to make a magical connection to water. You can do it by following the exercises that above, which is talking about connecting with water, like even through a bath or, in nature and that kind of thing, or anything else that makes you feel the element of water in its more than mundane form. Even drinking a glass of water can be magical if you focus on sensing the molecules being absorbed by your body and becoming a part of your own essence. Remember that the element of water can take many shapes: fresh water and salt water, rain, snow, fog, sleet, or ice, forceful or gentle, wild and natural or tamed by man. Take a day or a week to connect with it in as many forms as you can and thank each one for the gift that it brings. I like to think of water as, being alive, because water literally retains memory. I see it as being a living, thing, not something dead. It's not something that's inanimate. I see it as being alive because it does retain memory. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Virgo, know that you are loved, and namaste.